have the Friday Night Pro League going right now. Should be an exciting night tonight with Exeter Lanes going against Riverwalk Lanes. Drew, what's happening, buddy? How'd you do on the pre-releases this weekend? Johnny Beaudreau, great start on that. Even the 9 and the 10. JJ finding the headpin. So in warm-ups, JJ could not hit the headpin to save his life up there. In his first ball, he just crushes just the headpin. Rachel! Good to see you, Rachel. I actually did a pre-release at the brewery in Amesbury. And 16 players and I won. Humble brag, you know? Mark, what'd you do? Mark? Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I had 2 wandering rescuers in there, and the whole deck was amazing. What'd you say? Oh, you're sick today, Rachel. That's not good. I know a lot of people are getting COVID again. It's like coming around and hitting a lot of people. I was just talking with Mark Ricci's wife, and she's feeling miserable right now also. So it's definitely going around right now. Hopefully you feel better. Get some, some nice chicken noodle soup. Some vitamin C. Oh, just missed that one. Johnny Beaudreau. That is terrible. That's terrible, Hart. JJ Tourigney with the 10. Oh my God. What was going on in your house, Disney? That's awful. That is a lot of pneumonia going around.
Sometimes with these E-machine ones, if you punch an eagle so hard.
I know I've told the story on here before, but I actually met my wife when she had pneumonia. Our first date, she was still recovering from pneumonia. We went out in a snowstorm. Yeah, that's Jeff up there right now. Eric Pelletier at the 4 horsemen. Missed the 3-pin. Buggea getting the 10 out of it. Man, boy, what's happening, buddy? Good to see my subscribers all showing up. I love that. My favorite people in the whole wide world. Hey, Eric Pelletier off the headpin. 4 horsemen to the left. Taking out the headpin, luckily. Buggea back up ball. Hitting the 2-pin in the face. Oh, just missed that pin right there. Just a touch off, and that's all it takes. You're off by half an inch. You're not going to get it. Almost went to the right on that one. Buggea leaving just the headpin standing. You don't see that too often on the Pro League. Cora, what is going on? Good to see you, Cora. Dan Allard on the right, Ryan Southall on the left. What's going on, Kim? Good to see you as always. Another fantastic subscriber showing up right on Friday nights. I love it. Slow start for both teams. Neither team with a mark so far. It is still early. Oh, no, that's not true. Beaudreau started with the spare. That's right. I do remember that now. Dan Allard off the headpin to the right. The big man, Ryan Southall, also to the right. That's okay. You're my subscriber in spirit, and I can feel that, Cora. That's why you're already one of my favorite people. Oh, just off there. Korey Packard on the right, giving John Starner a big hug.
Champions right there. They were on the same team. Water world champion. Shut up. All right, shut up. This is the first time the champion.
Korey Packard in warm-ups through a double strike. Was just crushing the headband. John Starner, great first ball. Nice piece of wood on both sides. Either way he goes after that one, he should have it. I assume he's going to go right after the 6-pin though. Yep, there it is. I like both those pieces of wood, so good spare for Starner to start. John Starner is the home team. Riverwalk lanes. Korey Packard is from the visiting Exeter lanes. Korey Packard, definitely one of the nicest pro bowlers out there. Very friendly, very welcoming to pretty much everybody. He's a good guy. Starner right able to find the headpin there. Got 4 of the middle pins to still take down. Adam, thanks for the share. I appreciate that. The more people get to see this game, the better. Ooh, Starner glaring down at that headpin. Chris Boisvert on the right, Mark Ricci on the left. Mark Ricci, owner here at Riverwalk Lanes. At the River, as it's called, affectionately locally. So the ball can range anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces, but for the most part, these guys are going to have either 2 6s or 2 7s. You want to use a heavier ball. The ball can't be heavier than the pins, and the pins are 2.5 pounds a piece, so 2 pounds 8 ounces. Oh, that doesn't surprise me, Richard. If you have never been to northern New England, you might not have ever seen this, or even like Atlantic Canada. It's pretty much the only place in the world that you can find it. There are a few outside of this area, but they are few and far between. Yeah, so even like southern New England, like Rhode Island and Connecticut, don't have Candlepin. Like, oh, things have been good for the most part. For the most part, things are pretty much good. Yes, so generally, you want to throw a hard fastball in Candlepin. No, Arden, please. I love it when people ask me questions, so keep asking. So you score it almost like 10-pin. First ball is still a strike. If you get 12 strikes, it is still a 300 max score. Same exact as 10-pin. Second ball is a spare, same exact as 10-pin also, with 1 ball from your next frame adding to that score. We throw 3 balls. That's the big difference between Candlepin and 10-pin, for scoring-wise at least. And that is just total pinfall if you get them all down. So if you knock them all down on your third ball, it is just a 10 and nothing else. It is a little ball. It is. Nice. Nice. Where's your tournament that you're going to? Yeah, they'll be switching lanes after they throw 2 frames apiece. So the entire team will do 2 frames on lane 5 or 4 or whatever, and then they'll swap. That's what they're doing right now. Moving all their balls from one lane to the other. This is a very old house, so the ball returns are on the outside of the lanes instead of in the middle. There's nothing in Dallas. I'm sorry, Arden. Nothing in Texas at all. Oh, yeah. We've done those. I've never done one, but I know what they are. That sounds like fun. All right, we got JJ Tourigney up on the right. A great strike right there. There it is. Johnny Beaudreau leaving a triangle on the right-hand side. Now, 122 average is really, really high in this game. I wish I had a 122 average. I'm actually bowling really well right now, and I'm only still averaging like a 105, 106. No oil on the lanes. Nope. There is a protective coating that they put down roughly every year or so, but that's about it. Natural wood lanes, that is correct. I don't know if it's the original ones, but they are very, very old. This place has been around since the 1930s, so there's been a lot of bowling thrown on these lanes. A lot of balls have hit them. Not always, but that is a general rule. Art. As a general rule, faster is better, but obviously accuracy is still the most important thing. But if you can be accurate and fast with your pitch, then you're going to get more pin action. You'll see Jeff Buggea here up on the right. Throws a little bit of a hook. He probably has the biggest hook that I know in the Pro League. And it's actually like a backup throw if you watch him on the right-hand side. Generally, most people prefer the hard fast one. I don't know, because I don't do 10-pin bowling that much, and I have definitely never done a league in 10-pin bowling. But generally, a league is going to cost you anywhere from, say, $17 to $35, depending on the payouts that they want to do. There has never been a 300 in Candlepin. The most that's ever happened is a 245, and it's actually happened twice. No pro league for me this year. I was the lowest average pro bowler last year in the Exeter once-a-month pro league, and I was not brought back on the team. Not a big surprise by me. There's a lot of great bowlers out there, and I am not one of them. There is nothing in Vegas. No, so basically, like I said, you're only pretty much going to find this in northern New England. You're only going to see it in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, and like Atlantic Canada. So New Brunswick, the Eastern Canada stuff. Outside of New England, there's only 2 in the United States. There's one in New York and one in Ohio. So it is a very, very regional sport for sure. Despite the fact that it's been around longer than 10-pin, it never really escaped outside of this one little area. Ryan Southall, the big guy up on the right, Dan Allard on the left. It's kind of hard for me to get a pin. If they bring one back, I'll show you, but it's just hard for me to get one. They're taller than you think, They are I don't know, they're pretty tall. Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I wish I could do more Exeter stuff. I can go up there and record still, I just can't. I'm just not a bowler in it. What kind of bowling is this? This is Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Here, I can zoom in, sure. There. That's as much as I can zoom in on the pins. I like to make sure you can see the bowlers though too, you know. So the ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. With most of these guys having 2 6s or 2 7s. The 2 4s are basically just the glow bowling balls because they're made with a different material, and they're generally for kids to be using. But they can't be any more than 2 7. The pins weigh 2.5 pounds a piece, and a ball, and this is not allowed to weigh any more than a pin. Alright, we got John Starner up on the right, Korey, Packard up on the left, and Korey is working on a spare right now. I hear that all the time, Midwest, and believe it or not, this has been around longer than 10 pin. No oil on the lanes. These are just straight wooden lanes. Natural wood. There's a coating that's put on them like once a year-ish, just to kind of protect them, but that's about all. This is the best time to come up here, Art. I absolutely love New England in the fall and in the spring. Don't come up here in the winter. It's just, it's miserable. You don't want to deal with all the snow and stuff. So right now is a good time. You can go look at the foliage too while you're up here if you want. Nope, we actually get to use the fallen pins to make our spares and our 10s. It is generally a help, but many times it can also be a hindrance and like a roadblock, basically. You can throw a perfect ball, and if there's a pin in the way, it might deflect your ball off. Because remember, the pins are heavier than the ball. So generally, the ball will deflect off instead of the pin. Jason, God bless you too, buddy. Always good seeing you. Okay, it is the only form of bowling where you don't clear the wood. Lori Rossetti watching it, sharing the live. Love that. Thank you, Lori. Oh, yeah. Garrett, I completely understand. People have their likes and dislikes. Personally, for me, Candlepin is the best kind of bowling there is. I like 10-pin, though. I have nothing against 10-pin. Yeah. Like I said, I go 10-pin bowling like once a year. It's a lot of fun when I do. But Candlepin to me is just always more fun. I don't know. It's what I grew up on, too. This was normal bowling for me, and 10-pin was always big ball bowling, because that's all I had ever known. Oh, that sounds amazing, Art. That sounds a lot better than the Taco Bell that I had, so. Candlepin, not candlestick. Candlepin bowling. But yes, that is what this is, Kev Dog. Yeah, Candlepin's definitely top tier. Yep, same exact shoes as 10-pin. In fact, we slide a little bit more than most 10-pin bowlers, so. But you definitely need bowling shoes when you're out there. Yes, this is certainly more of a challenge. 300 has never been hit, so you're always able to be better than you were last week. What a shot right there. That was an incredible shot. This is definitely a spare game, much more so than a strike game. So being able to make your awesome spares like that is what makes these guys pro bowlers. Yep, there's definitely all sorts of different materials the balls can be made out of. There's rubber, there's urethane, just like in 10-pin. There are different weights, but honestly, it's not as big a difference. Like, there's not a 7-pound ball and a 16-pound ball. There's a difference between 2 pounds 7 ounces and 2 pounds 5 ounces. You know, there's not a huge difference there. So this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. 3 throws per frame. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. What a shot! Incredible from Chris Boisvert right there. Sorry, where was I? First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. Yep, so the difference between a spare and a 10 is if you get them all down your third ball, it's just a 10, and there's nothing extra. So if you get them all down your second one, you obviously get that one more throw out of your next one. There is one in Ohio, believe it or not, Eric. There is a single one in Ohio, but the problem with the Wyoming Civic Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, you do have to rent out the entire place if you want to go. It is a private event, a private place, so it's more for if like you're having a wedding or a corporate outing. You can go Candlepin bowling in Ohio. Hi, John Beaudreau. No, nothing in Illinois. I'm sorry, buddy. Who is the Belmonte of Candlepin? That would be Josh Daly. He would be my go-to for the Jason Belmonte. Great young bowler, just the best in the game, by far. 24 years old, and just dynamic in every way. If you go through my videos and you look him up, you'll see he crushes it. He's so good. But there's a lot of good bowlers out there. But really, the difference between the best bowler in the game with a 135 average and me was a 105 average. Like, it's only 30 pins difference. What was the name of... That's all you see. There might... this is Candlepin Bowling, if that's what you were asking. Barbecue Central with a happy Friday. That is fantastic. I like that animation. No, I know. He's definitely getting very frustrated up there right now on the left. He's thrown some really good balls up there, and they just have not worked out. That guy's name was Josh Daly. D-A-L-E-Y. My personal best bowler out there. That is what everybody thinks, bowler. This is so much harder than it looks. I know it looks simple, but it is not. This is the Pro League, and if you ever want to see people not be able to bowl like regular bowlers, check out my video on my Sunday League, and there's definitely some regular bowlers there. I really should, Jordan. I gotta find a partner to bowl in it, but I don't see why not. I love going up. I love the Big 20. It's a really nice place. I believe Bowlmore made these machines. Yeah, he definitely has a flair for the dramatic after he throws. You're talking about JJ, who was bowling before. I think it'll be fine. He was on the mark. I think maybe like a quarter-inch here and there might change some things, but yep, 10 frames. Nate, it's the same as 10 pins. So if like you throw 12 strikes, it's still going to be a 300. So yeah, 10 frames. There you go, Buggea splitting the two. And there's a lot more space down there in between the pins than you might realize. There's actually 12 inches between each one of those pins. So between the 1 and the 2, the 1 and the 3, there's 12 inches of space down there. It is a lot of space. You'll see some people just hit the 2 pin, just hit the 3 pin. I have yet to see anyone just hit the 1 pin, but I'm told it happens. Highest ever 3-game series is actually Mark Ricci, the anchor bowler for Riverwalk. Mark, what's your high 3?
519.
519 is the record, which is insane to me. 519 for 3 games, like. You cannot throw it overhand. No, that is against the rules, first of all. And then second of all, that line, let's see if I can get it right there, that it's 10 feet out, and your ball has to make contact with the lane prior to that line. If it goes past that, it's called a lob, and it's the same as if you threw a gutter ball. There's a strike for Ryan Southall. You could throw it sidearm, again, as long as you can get it before that line. Oh, 400 triple is incredible. I've only done it 1 time, so this is definitely bowling, Professor Oak. But it is not 10-pin bowling that you might be more used to. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. It is the ICBA, the International Candlepin Bowling Association. They look like a candle. That's why they call it Candlepin. They're got flat bottoms on both sides, and so they can go upside down and be perfectly fine in the machine. And they're slightly bowed out in the middle, but not a whole lot. I believe they're 12 inches tall. Maybe a little more than that, maybe 18 inches. Yep, same. I did it 1 time. I'm hoping someday to do more. What is going on, Rickard? Rickard of Midgard. Gotta love seeing that. All right, Korey Packard on the right, John Starner on the left. Korey working on a spare. Half Worcester there for John Starner. There goes, nice spare for Korey.
Oh, mix it there. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Get those 2.
A little lucky off that. He missed way to the left and got a nice piece of wood hugging the 1-2 pin right there. I don't know what you mean by regular shaped. How fast are they throwing? So most men pro bowlers are going to throw it between 30 and 35 miles an hour. You'll see some people throw it a little faster, some people a little slower, but generally in that area. Yeah, you still want to hit either the 1-2 or the 1-3. It's not quite the same as 10-pin where you want to come in at that harsh angle. You kind of want to hit it a little more straight than that, but I am not Triple H's brother. I'm assuming he's my cousin of some kind, but my grandfather had 16 brothers and sisters, and I don't know most of them. So there's a very good chance he's related to me. I just don't, not enough to call him on the phone, that's for sure. Scoring is kept by hand with literally pencil and paper still. So Riverwalk Lanes in particular wants to maintain that vintage feel. Most Candlepin bowling alleys have gone to automatic scoring, and you know it looks like an updated center. This place wants that vintage feel, just like it was back in the 1960s when you came here before. What a shot from Mark Ricci! Whoa!
Nice shot, Marky.
Whoa! Yeah, you know, most people don't get to, but if you ever come up to northern New England, you have to give it a chance at least one time. It's so much fun. Yep, you get 3 tries. Your first ball still strikes, your second ball still a spare, your third ball is just total pinfall, and that's it, nothing extra. It's not about how hard you throw, Professor. It really isn't. It's about being accurate with your throw, and then speed will come naturally. Stars and strikes. I don't know if I've ever bowled there or not. I would enjoy 5-pin bowling. I know I would. I want to go give it a try sometime. I just got to get up there to a place to do it. It's the only kind I haven't tried. No, this is not in Maine. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. My hometown and the greatest town in America. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't mind the automatic scoring, but there's just something nice about the vintage feel that Riverwalk has here. Yes, if you don't roll it really nicely, it will bounce. If you watch Ryan Southall's ball when he throws it really hard down, it takes a big bounce. Hey, welcome from Sterling. How popular is Candlepin bowling? In this area, it is the #1 style of bowling. It is more popular than 10-pin. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm in Salisbury all the time. Yeah, Exeter Lane says the same thing. They have the overhead projectors, and you can keep score. This place doesn't even have that. Yes, if the ball goes in the gutter or hits a pin in the gutter, it's a foul ball, and the ball does not count. Unfortunately, Bubs, all bowling is dying. Honestly, the properties are just worth more than the bowling alleys nowadays. And if you don't have someone really passionate about owning a bowling alley, they're not going to want to continue it. And that's the sad reality of bowling in general right now.
All right, come on, we're coming in.
Yeah, let's see what JJ can do here. So they're not doing that in Candlepin lanes, Bubs. Bullmore wants nothing to do with Candlepin. Yeah, that's the problem, Rickard. It's just all bowling. It's not just Candlepin, it's not just 10-pin. It is all bowling. That's terrible barbecue. Yeah, we had a great bowling alley around here close. It was called Park Place Lanes. It is now a parking lot for a convenience store. I like your confidence, though, Mark. I like your confidence in him. What's going on, Bam Bam? All right, Jeff Buggea crushing the headband. One more for him. Let's go. Oh, that's a good 9-pin drop on the left. Eric Pelletier. Jeff Buggea. Look at that. Pinpoint accuracy. That is some... So we were talking about this before, talking about bad wood. I do not like that wood in front of that 10 pin. Yep. See that? Yeah, it was definitely going to happen there. It was protected from up on high. Payouts are all dependent on how much money you put in every week and what the payouts are for each league. Are they, it's just going to change depending on the league and where you bowl out of. How much fees do the bowling alleys take? Like obviously this Friday Night Pro League is still just a league, and it's an expensive league to be in, but if you win it, you make a lot of money. We have a duck pin place in North Chelmsford, Mass. It's close enough I could drive to and go duck pin bowling if I wanted to. Oh, missed the head pin there. As far as Candlepin bowling goes, this is a 10. This is the most serious league there is. At least in America. I can't speak for Canadian leagues, but at least in America, this is a 10. It is hard to get on a team. And it's a lot of money, so if you're just putting up the money each week, it's going to be really hard. Is there one in Bill Rickett too? Yeah, this is a scratch league also. But this league is $50 per person per week. What makes this harder? Mostly the ball size. Only throwing a 4.5 inch wide ball compared to the 10 pin ball that's 16 pounds and whatever, a foot wide. It's just a much harder ball, honestly. The pins are a lot skinnier. There's a lot of space in between all the pins down there. It's just not a strike game. Yeah, my grandfather also set up pins back in the day. Here, right at Riverwalk Lanes, back when it was Lafayette Lanes. I don't know what you guys are adding each other for. See you later, bud. No, you only get 3 throws. It is 3 throws every single time. Your first ball is still a strike. Your second ball is still a spare. Your third ball is just total pinfall. So if you get them all down your third ball, it's just a 10. That's all. So obviously strikes and spares are the exact same that you know in 10 pin. Yes, there is big money if they win this league. Yeah, it's a very top-heavy payment system also. So like, top team wins significant amounts of money. I don't know what it is, and then the bottom teams walk away with nothing. So if you can imagine spending $50 a week for 30 weeks and then walking away with nothing, that hurts. So you want to have a good team. So like tonight they won't walk away with any extra money, but at the end of the season, if they win out, then they'll do really well for themselves. Probably being able to each buy themselves a new car. Thanks in part to everybody else. If I remember right, there's 12 teams in this league. I mean, I don't know what the exact payment is, but they could definitely buy a good used car. How about that? Or like a cheap, a cheaper one. It's not that much, Lori. I thought it was like seriously like 15 to 20,000. No, it feels like that much. Lori would know though. Lori would know more than me. There are not brackets, no. What's the difference between candlepin bowling and 10-pin bowling? Obviously ball size, pin size, oil on the lanes, 3 throws instead of 2. And we leave the dead wood on the lanes. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's 12 teams, yeah. Almost the same as duck pin for rules, except for we leave the wood on the lane. Duck pin, you have to clear them all out. Oh, it's the best bowling, Alan. It's the best. Okay, okay. Thank you, Lori. I thought the bottom 4 got nothing. Yeah, I thought that's what they had said last year, but I don't actually make any of the money out of here, so like I said, Lori would definitely know more than me. Ouch, Mark Ricci, half whistle to the left. And a spread eagle. That's what happens when you go a little too straight for both guys. Rank tank, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yeah, you see, like the bowlers up there, these are like the best in the game. And you see them still struggling, and it goes to show just how hard it is to do this kind of bowling. Difference between this and like 10-pin. I just said that, but I'll do it again. There's no oil on the lanes, smaller balls, smaller pins. We leave the dead wood on the lane to make our spares and our 10s. And 3 throws instead of 2. It's always someone's first time here watching this, so I always try to make sure you guys know what's going on while you're up there watching. Beaudreau, right. This is the final 2 frames for game 1. 414 to 331, I think is the... No, 416 to 442 is what they have for completed boxes so far. So about a 30-pin lead right now for Exeter. Beaudreau crushing the headpin. Beautiful first ball right there. JJ Tourigney crushing the headpin also. Getting a little lucky that that 7-pin fell down. Beaudreau going to take out the 2 on the right. Misses wide right. And JJ missed a little bit wide left. It is hard to put that 4-inch ball 60 feet away in just the right spot where you can, where you need to hit it. Those pins are only 3 inches wide down there, so. No holes in the ball. Nope. Basically, you're just palming the ball while you hold it. The ball can definitely fit right in the palm of your hand pretty easily without issue. Top egg joint. What? One of my favorite TikTokers is Top Egg. Yes, this is Candlepin. Too much ado. Oh, Bugghea's ball just curved right out of the way. This is definitely in New England. Yep, this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Greatest little town in Massachusetts for sure. Chili Katie and Maxka are now on here also. What? My whole family's watching right now. My whole family. Oh, you miss it. You know you do, Top Egg. New Hampshire's just not the same, you know? I didn't even see you come on, Emily. I'm so sorry. Okay, now my entire family is watching. I didn't see Jan Forsyth on there, though, so I don't know if she's not watching. Yeah, but after the tourists go home, then it's winter. We don't want that. I don't want snow. I live here, and I like it here, but I don't want the snow. Oh, just missed a little to the left there.
Good. Pitch, Mike, good pitch.
Here's another time when that piece of wood just gets right in the way. Ryan Southall, the Big 10 right there. The reason why slower isn't better, Colin, is because the way you get the more kinetic energy to get the pins to bounce around is with speed. With a 10-pin ball, you're throwing a 16-pound ball, so that's where all the energy is going to come from, is the weight. Here, the ball actually weighs less than the pins, so if you're not throwing it with enough speed, the ball is just going to deflect off and the pins aren't going to really get that much action. No oil on the lanes. Also, You get a lot of pin action with the pins bouncing off the sidewalls and off the back to come back into the field of play to knock down more pins. Generally, Marie, you don't you don't want to curve your ball. As a general rule, a hard straight ball is your best course of action. That doesn't mean some people don't put a curve on their ball. Like if you watch Jeff Buggea, for instance, he definitely has a little bit of a curve on his ball. Yeah, that Colin, I hear that all the time from 10-pin bowlers, but it's not the same physics. I don't understand. This is not candlesticks bowling, Max. Max. Yeah, like I've just seen it a bunch of times from different bowlers, and slower is not better necessarily. So this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Scoring is almost the exact same as a 10-pin lane, with first ball being a strike, second ball being a spare, third ball being just total pinfall, because we throw 3 balls. So if you throw 12 strikes, it's still 300, still the max score you could possibly get. What's the highest score? You could get a 300, technically, but it has never happened in the history of the game. 245 is the most that's ever happened. Each bowler has their own set of 4 balls, actually, Ryan. So when we get Candlepin balls, we buy them by the set, and they're usually sets of 4, and that's because we don't wait for the ball to come back. We can just grab the next ball and keep going. Aiming point, you still want to hit the pocket. You still want to hit the 1-2 or the 1-3. Same as in 10-pin, just not necessarily as much in the right or left as they do. Average score in pro leagues, you want to have it. You want to be around the 115 to 120. You can be as low as 110, but generally 115 plus. My average is about a 105 right now. So I am a good bowler, but not quite on these guys' level. So this has actually been around slightly longer than 10-pin bowling. So this began in the 1880s. 10-pin bowling really took off in the 1890s. So we got about 10 years on them. Scoring is almost exactly like 10-pin, Murray. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. 10 frames, so if you throw 12 strikes, it's still 300. I bowl twice a week, well, 3 times a week. Sunday morning, Sunday evening, and Tuesday evening. Justin Waters, I'm pretty sure is bowling, but not here tonight. He is on Central 3, and this is Exeter versus Riverwalk tonight. This is a very, very hard game, Ryan, and everyone has up and down games. Like, 300 has never happened, Nick. That is how less common it is. We have never had a 300. We have never had a 250. 245 is the most that's ever happened. Yes, Exeter is up by 24 by the looks of it right now. Yep, that makes sense. Ever. In the history of the game, there's never been a 300. Oh, this is only game 1, Murray. We got 2 more games still to go. It looks really easy, Chance. I know it does, but it is so much harder than you actually think. I wish you guys did. There's 5 bowlers on each of these pro teams. That is not necessarily the same for every league. Your teams on a regular league could be anywhere from 2 to 5 players. This one happens to be 5. Yeah, but the guys you're watching up there are the pro bowlers, so this is the best you're going to be able to see, you know? It's so much harder than it looks, absolutely. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Nick. It is a very regional sport. You're pretty much only going to find it here in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. Well, it's Candlepin bowling, Charles. Unfortunately, televised, no. What you're more going to see is a lot of streamers, like myself, Charles. You're going to see Candlepin Bowling Network, Brittany Underwood, Candlepin Bowling Guy. They all do it. But that's basically all you're going to see. Candlepin Bowling Network and Candlepin Corner both do a really good job covering it. And they have like really fancy cameras and everything, but they're streamers just like me. Barbara, how's it going? No, you cannot go 10-pin bowling on these machines. It is very much just a Candlepin machine only. Yeah, we can definitely get to 10,000 likes. You guys, I bet we could do that before they finish their first couple boxes up there. Pre-bowling pin post, I don't know what that means. Some people throw it a little slower, but generally, as a general rule, a hard fastball is better than a slower ball. I know that. Actually, this has been around a little bit longer than 10-pin bowling, Charles. I am not related to Triple H. Well, okay, I could be. My grandfather had like 16 brothers and sisters, so I never know all my cousins and distant cousins. So I very well could be, but definitely not on a, I couldn't give them a call. I wish I could, but no. Yeah, you swap lanes every 2 frames. So after each bowler does 2, they'll swap back and forth. There you go, nice shots up there. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. The river, as it is. You're doing a great job with these likes. I'm telling you, we just went up, what, 1.6 thousand, 1,600? I do appreciate it. The more likes we get, the more viewers we get, and then the more stuff we can talk about, which is great. Almost the same rules as 10-pin. Obviously, we get 3 throws instead of 2, and there's no oil on the lanes. We leave deadwood on the lane to make our spares and our 10s, but as a general thing, it's all the same as 10-pin. Beaudreau crushes the head pin and just sends it flying to the back. And that's the kind of shot right there that shows how hard this game is. And if he was a 1/4 inch to the left, he would have probably taken out all 4. But it's really hard to put that ball in that specific spot 60 feet away. Buggea, nice head pin shot. Pelletier off the head pin to the right, leaving the 4 horsemen to the left. Buggea has a triangle to the right-hand side. Oh, he misses to the left. Hitting the 4 horsemen is not easy. He leaves just the head pin standing there. Look at that, 9-6. You guys are doing great right now. There it is, nice 10. Yeah, this game is definitely harder than 10-pin bowling. You like 10-pin bowling better? I don't know how to say your name, so 1372. 10-pin is a great game. I have nothing. Oh, what a strike from Buggea. I like 10-pin, but Candlepin for me has just always been the best. These guys are actually pretty decent. Yeah, they are the pro bowlers, and it is they make it look a lot easier than it is. So is it? I don't know. I don't have a speedometer on these guys exactly, but generally the male bowlers will throw between 30 and 35 miles an hour. Lori says nice shot. He says thanks. She's been a big help answering questions. Yeah. Most of the stuff I don't know about, like the payouts and how much you guys actually make. I just was making guesses.
She knows some stuff.
Yep. She knows more than me on that stuff, so.
Don't let her know that.
You want the quarter Worcester? Yeah. I don't think you can do that 10 pin. That is a tough box right there on the left-hand side. Yeah, unfortunately, Charlie, you're going to have to make a trip up here to the Boston area. Give it a try. Right now is a great time to come up here. It's perfect weather right now.
Get it out. Let's go.
You know, mid-70s, sun shining. You get 3 throws, Scott. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare if you get them all down. The third ball is just total pinfall only. Till Ryan, Tommy D. Okay. I mean, I can't say that while I'm streaming. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't swear while I'm streaming.
Way better.
Ryan, Tommy D says good job. Tommy D? I don't know. He doesn't know who you are. Nope, Tommy. That doesn't surprise me, Scott. The combat zone was something else back then. From the stories I've heard. Tom Dustin. He recognized you now. I mean, that's before my time. Like, I was alive in '85, but I was definitely still very, very young back in '85. They weren't going to rob me back then. Unless they were going to take my He-Man figures. Way to run down the 4 horsemen on the left there for Korey. It's actually a harder shot than that one looks like. It looks like it really should be an easy shot, but I think that's the first one made tonight. Yeah, it's not bad at all anymore. Like, once I could start driving and I went down into Boston, like I never had issues down there like that. Very safe area now.
He's in the last one. Look at it.
No, big split there. Yeah, John Starner. Little to the left. Little to the left. Packard has a chance on this one. Oh, what a shot. Oh, using that pin to perfection right there. That is a pro bowler shot right there. Yeah, that really was. You out here? See you, bud. So yeah, there's still a pocket. You still want to hit the 1-3 or the 1-2, depending if you're right-handed or left-handed, just like in 10-pin bowling. Lisa, good to see you, Lisa. Hoping everything went well this week for you. Been thinking about you, but I saw you liked a few of my videos, so I knew you were at least okay. Hold on a second. I got the good old puzzle piece to do. Puzzle pieces in place. So unfortunately, it is a pencil and paper place. So I can't both write down all the scores, talk to you guys, read what you guys are saying, and commentate. So I don't keep score. They're keeping score down there, but it is hard for me to be able to show you guys. I can give you updates on how they're doing through each time through, but that's about the best I can do for you. If you want to talk to my wife, she used to come up here and keep score for me, but she doesn't do that anymore. Hey, welcome from Kentucky, Michelle. How often do strikes happen? So according to my buddy Paul Grant, average pro bowlers only throw strikes about once per game. Once or twice per game. So you're not going to see it too often. You technically can throw a 300, Bruce. What's up? Wow. Crazy. So technically you could get a 300. It has never been done in the history of the game, though.
Get it, boys. Come on, let's go.
Places are maintained. It depends on the alleys, basically. And yeah, a lot of these places are very, very busy. What is a good game average? If you can average 100 in your league, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your league. If you can average a 110 to a 115, you can kind of bowl with these guys. If you want to be a 135 bowler, you can be the best in the game. And there's about 2 guys in the entire game who throw about a 130, 135. Yes, it is a very, very hard game, Mugmouse. Very, very hard game. These guys are pro bowlers, yes. This is a scratch league, and you got to bowl well if you want to win. Oh, it really is. The heaviest ball you can throw is a 2-pound, 7-ounce ball. The ball can't weigh any more than the pins, and the pins are 2.5 pounds. Nice strike. That would be very impressive if that's true, Mugmouse. You should definitely be doing it more often then. Beaudreau makes his shot. Nice spare there for Beaudreau. So yeah, you as long as your ball's not overhand, you can definitely throw it. I don't think that's true, Mugmouse, but okay, sure. So as long as the ball makes contact with the lane prior to that line right there, that is the lob line. Oh, there it is. Double strike. Let's go. Yeah, so as long as the ball makes contact with the lane prior to that, it should be a legal throw. Good sidearm, but you just got to make sure you get it farther down. That would really hurt your elbow, I would think, if you did it like that. You broke your knuckle. That's never good. Yeah, if you have never bowled in New England, you might not have ever seen Candlepin bowling. That doesn't surprise me at all whenever I hear that. I hope so. Oh, wouldn't that be fantastic? I would give anything to record that. Oh no, Lisa, that's terrible. I was just saying that a bunch of this COVID has been going around. I know a bunch of people right now who have it. It's terrible. Yes, we don't clear the wood. You actually get to use it to make your spares and your tens. And most of the time it's a help, but not always. A lot of the times it can be a roadblock, blocking the pins. That sounds about right, Alan. Like, you know, if it's a fun league and, you know, it's a very non-competitive league, and 89 is a decent average. I mean, you're not going to be bowling against guys like this most of the time in a league like that, so. What are they bowling with? I don't know what you mean. They're bowling with Candlepin balls. Yes, you get 3 tries. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. Great ball for Buggea. Look at this, 11,000 likes. You guys are doing great right now.
You're on 11,000 likes. You are savage.
Do you have a goal, Mark, you want me to give them? Like,
That's about 1,000, 10,000 likes.
I bet they could get to 20,000 likes before you're up next.
20,000 likes is paying for our bowling.
Mark says if you get 20,000 likes by then, he pays for my bowling next week.
No,
That's what I just heard him say.
That was
So,
the other way around.
so the third ball, if you knock them all down on your third one, it is just a 10. Nothing else, no extra balls, no nothing. We're at 13 now, Mark, just so you know. I did not ban anybody, as far as I know. I mean, you couldn't be commenting if I banned you. Why is there no other bowlers there? So we take up 4 lanes, and every once in a while, some people will come in and use 7 and 8. It's a small bowling alley here. Oh, I did mute you. Yeah, that I did. You cannot 2-hand throw it. No, you have to have 1 hand on the ball only. You guys are great. 18,000 likes already. Incredible. There we go. Come on, Ryan. Big ball up there. Yeah. So that is one thing I know a lot of people in 10-pin bowling don't like is the 2-handed bowling, and they don't like string bowling, and you'll never see either of those in Candlepin. Yeah, can you imagine if Randy Johnson threw this? How hard could he throw that ball? What a shot there. That was a nice one. If there was a pin in the gutter and the ball went into the gutter and bounced back out, it is not legal at that point. No. Hi, Mark. I appreciate it. We're at 22,000 now.
Wow. Thank you. Tony's paying for our bowling next week.
Yeah, Mark's paying for my bowling next week.
It's the other way around with all that.
You live around here? Riverwalk Lanes is the best. Super nice place. Very quaint, very vintage. Yep. This is old school bowling, just like it was back in the 60s. This game is harder than you think. Mug mouse, okay? I don't know what to tell you. It is such a hard game. Yeah, so David, this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. My hometown where I grew up, and the best little town in America. Yes, yeah, I covered the mixed worlds in June. I covered every single match in front of my lanes, and the men's world's coming up in November, and I'll be hanging out there for a little bit up in Leda Lanes. Allow gambling? Like I wash my hands. I know nothing about that. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's the same wood since the 1930s. So there's a lot of history on these lanes right here. Yep, it is the same exact size lane as a 10-pin lane. 60 feet long, however many feet wide. but much smaller pins, smaller balls. So it just makes it for a much harder game. We actually get to use the ball and pins to make our spares and our tens, Trevor. There you go. Get one of them. Get one of them at least. Yeah, Candlepin bowling is the only form of bowling where you get to use the dead wood, and it makes for a lot of interesting shots that you just don't get in 10-pin. Pins are made out of like a hard rubber, plastic. I don't know the difference between those two. These old boys ever? Am I bowling tonight? No. No. Every once in a while I have subbed in this, but I am not good enough to consistently bowl in this league. No, you have to clear the wooden duck bin. Most slide. Almost everybody slides. Let me get some score updates for you. Through the 2 completed blocks that we have, we're almost done through the first 4. But it was 99.97. But that's going to get updated very, very soon. The ball is 4.5 inches wide and can weigh up to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Buzzer won't come on here if you foul. They don't have foul lights. Newer bowling alleys definitely have bright lights that will do that. Great question. I don't know about precedents that have done it. That's a different question than I've ever had. I was actually hoping Max was going to be able to go on a pro team tonight, and if he did, I was going to go down and watch that. He was asked, but he was second choice, and the first choice bowled first. You know, he said he wanted to bowl, so at some point I might be covering Max's team if he gets to try it. I play competitively. I'm happy when I get 120. It is almost the same size ball as a bocce ball, if you've ever played bocce. It's almost the exact same thing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, probably up in Maine, right? That makes sense. I've just never really thought about it that. Oh, I don't talk politics, Jason. I don't do politics at all. Sorry. Freddie, it doesn't surprise me at all. Candlepin bowling is very regional and really has never left the northern New England area or like Atlantic Canada. Those are pretty much the only 2 places you're ever going to find Candlepin bowling. 221 for Riverwalk through the first 4. Freddie, thanks for the rose, buddy. So throwing it hard helps. It gets you more pin action than if you throw it slower, as a general rule. What about duckpin bowling? Different sport, but I know a little bit about it. You don't have this in New Mexico. Come on, get 3 in a row. Oh, it wants to go. There's a strike. There's a strike. So JJ was on 2 strikes, but he's got a 9-pin drop. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Thank you so much for the likes. I super appreciate it. Yes, I think if any of the 10-pin bowlers did this, they would be missing a lot of pins, honestly. Yep, you get to roll 3 times. Your first ball is still a strike, your second ball is still a spare, exactly the same as 10-pin. Your third ball is just total pinfall.
If you punch 4 pins, I would have kicked your ass.
No, you cannot. You have to throw it underhand. And if you look, you can see, where is the right there, that line. Your ball has to make contact with the lane prior to that, or else it's called a lob, and the ball does not count. This is called Candlepin Bowling, Keith, and you can ask it a nicer way next time. You can always hear Mark, yes. Mark has a very interesting voice. There's still 10 pins, just like in 10 pin. Set up in the same configuration. Yeah, I have interest in the Nego doubles. I just didn't sign up for it because I'm really bad at signing up for anything. If the ball doesn't count, say they throw a gutter ball in their first ball and they knock a pin down, they're able to reset it and start with 10, but only have 2 balls. If they do it after knocking a pin down, then those pins are just deducted. So nope, these are specifically Candlepin lanes. Very, very different machine in the back than a 10-pin lane. Oh yeah, a lot of trolls tonight. But we're at 1,100 people watching, so that's gonna happen. Yeah, we don't talk politics up there, Peter. Sorry, buddy. I wouldn't do that just because you wouldn't want the ball to come out accidentally. DC forever. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yeah, there's been a lot of half Worcesters, a lot of spread eagles tonight. There's a half Worcester right there. Speaking of that, the ball is 2 pounds 7 ounces at the most. The ball cannot weigh more than the pins, and the pins are 2.5 pounds apiece. I've given a tour of this alley before. It is very, very small. There's only 8 lanes here, and there's a small walkway in the back. I play a lot of times in Haverhill, too. Different things will be aching afterward. It's just a lot of different muscles that you might not have ever used. That was a nice strike that you had. So you couldn't throw like a fastball. Fastball, soft, yes. I see what you're saying. The only big difference is you couldn't, you gotta make sure it hits that lane before the foul line. Wow, there's so many comments coming through. No oil on the lanes, that is correct. What's it called if you have the 1-7-10? That is the high-low jack. No oil on the lanes, Jason, that's why. There is definitely, there are stand-up urinals in this place, believe it or not. No oil, yep. They get a protective coating that comes down about once a year or so, but that's about it. It makes for interesting shots, Edgar. Leaving the wood up there, it's never the same shot twice. I mean, rarely. What do the lines mean? Which line? The foot foul line is the first one. The lob line is the second one.
All right, right back.
These ones are very much wood. They are almost, they could be the original. Is the ball made like a bowling ball? Yes. Yeah, it's made with either rubber or urethane, same as a 10-pin ball. The inside is not the same as a 10-pin ball where they have all sorts of technology on the inside to make them do different things. These are usually just pretty much a solid ball. It is very fast-paced, yes. But the good news is, after you throw your 2 frames, you can go sit down for 5-10 minutes in between. There are 5 guys on a team here. 2 pounds 7 ounces is the heaviest a ball can be. Yeah, it's Candlepin bowling. Pretty much only found here in northern New England. I am not playing tonight, Robert. I am a good bowler, but not quite as good as these guys. I just, below that line. Oh, I ended up muting him now, Mark, so you don't have to worry about him. No, so basically they just want to make sure they do like a little practice slide. Currently my average is about a 105. So to bowl in this, you really should have at least a 110 average. So I'm just below that line right now. 10 frames. Same as 10 pin, same as you're regularly used to. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, I bowl in my regular leagues, and Mark Ricci allows me to come down here and record on Friday nights. Unfortunately, people do fall when they slide sometimes. It's a rarity, but it definitely happens. Scoring is almost the exact same as 10 pin, which is what I assume you mean by normal bowling. This is normal bowling around here.
This is the only bowling.
The only bowling, yes. Yeah, scoring is almost the exact same. 12 strikes is still 300.
As Tony says, those are the best kind of bowling.
It is the best kind, you know it. Yeah, and the only difference between this and 10 pin is the third ball, which is just total pinfall. They are manually scoring pencil and paper, believe it or not. 3 shots per frame, because it's really hard. No, it is not a machine recording the score. Literally pencil and paper, keeping score. You would get a big advantage, yes. Yeah, a 5-pound ball would definitely give you an advantage. No, I don't consider that offensive. You just mean 10 pin. That's all. It's something I say just to kind of make you guys realize that here where I grew up, this is the normal style. Yeah, it's allowed to bounce. The only thing it can't do is be beyond the lob line. As long as it makes contact first, it's okay. This is not duck pin. Nope, this is called candlepin bowling. It is the best kind of bowling there is. Duck pins look more like 10 pins, but shorter. And these ones kind of look like candles. It is not a spare in your third shot. It is just a 10. No extra pins off it. Yeah, same around here. We have a place that has both, and the candlepin lanes are always full, and the 10-pin lanes are always open. Yeah, candlepin is the most popular here in northern New England. So mostly Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. Vermont has a couple lanes, but definitely the Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine in the United States is where it's the most popular. So I've been told that Mark Ricci one time made a 4.5-pound ball, and he said he will never do that again. So yeah. I definitely, it's up in Canada too. East coast of Canada. Are there 10-pin bowling alleys around here? Yeah, there's another one in Amesbury that has 10-pin and candlepin. I know Star Bowling. I don't know exactly where in Vermont, but just look it up. You'll be able to find a few. I went to one that was like behind a pizzeria one time while I was up there. Yep, they can use fallen pins to make their spares and their 10s. It's the only kind of bowling that you're allowed to do that. Yeah, a lot of the Wamasett places have both. No, actually, you want to throw a fastball in candlepin. You get more pin action because you're not necessarily getting the ball to work because the ball's too small and doesn't weigh enough. You want to get the pins to do the work. So when you throw it hard, the pins can bounce off the sidewalls and come back in. Yeah, it's called the ICBA, the International Candlepin Bowling Association. There he is. Beaudreau's all over it right now. .330 to 326 in completed boxes so far, with Riverwalk with a lead. What's a decent score? So, if you are a regular league bowler, if you can average 100, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your league. If you can average a 110 to 120, you can compete with these guys. If you can average a 135, you'll be the literal best in the game.
Not bad, not bad.
Nice shot, JJ. Yes, if you're a right-handed bowler, it's between the 1 and 3. You can also hit it between the 1 and 2. Yeah, so basically, it's basically the same as 10-pin. Right now, Ghetto, we are at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. JJ, what's your average? 112, 114. Yeah, of course. Just tell me your highest one. 187? Nice. No. I'm just trying to make you sound good.
There you go.
Yeah, 187 average.
No, this is very serious league. It is the hardest league to be a part of, for sure. Yeah, this is the pro level bowlers, the best that there is. Good old Masons. One of the hardest places to bowl at. Lisa, I will see you on Tuesday night. An inconvivial throw? I don't know what that means. In this league, you do 2 frames in a row. Other ones do 5 in a row. Who are the subs for Exeter? Hold on. Dan Allard is filling in tonight. And Korey Packard's the only other one that doesn't have a regular shirt. But yeah, Dan Allard's filling in tonight. This guy's hands are huge. No, sorry. It is not a 10-pin ball. It is a Candlepin ball. You cannot overhand pitch it. I'm sorry. So that second line that's out there, right there, that is called the lob line, and your ball has to make contact with the lane prior to that, or else it doesn't count. It is Candlepin, not candlesticks. Candlepin is harder than duckpin, in my opinion. Compared to 10-pin bowling, this game is significantly harder, with pro bowlers only averaging about a 115 to 120. There are no holes in the ball. It is just one solid ball. Yeah, the likes seem to come in waves. We went from 5 to 10 really quick, and then it was really slow up to 11, and then 11 to 22 in like no time at all. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. So nobody's ever scored a 300 in the entire history of the game. 245 is the most that's ever happened. Scored almost the exact same way as 10-pin. Man, the questions just keep coming right now. The balls can weigh up to 2 pounds, 7 ounces. And if I don't get to your question, it's just because it went through, probably. I'm trying, but we've had a lot of people tonight, and I'm really appreciating that. I appreciate all the likes and the shares, and it's really helping. I'm not going to say whether beer is involved or not, but there's definitely some buckets laying around with ice and some sort of drinks in there. The views help. It's more for me just trying to get the game out there so more people get to see it. I get more money from like the people being subscribers. That really helps me the most, and the random gifts. But subscribers are definitely the most important. I'm not bowling tonight, Matt. I am just here recording, watching the games the same as you. Candlepin bowling started in the 1880s, and I think the real height of it was between the 60s and the late 80s would be my guess. No, so the machine in the back is completely different than a 10-pin machine. Like, completely different in every way, so you can't switch them back and forth. Mike Prindle, the lemonade, thank you. And I saw a tiny from someone. Alan, thank you so much, buddy. Let's say a duckpin bowler that averages 260. I don't think any duckpin bowler throws a 260 average. Mr. Nat 1, can you believe that this is Candlepin bowling and it is the best kind of bowling there is? Yeah, Korey Packard is fantastic. Like I said before, he's literally one of the nicest guys in the Pro League also. Just a fantastic person. Always super nice to me every time. I've been talking to him and stuff. More tiny dinies. Thank you, Joshua. Bowled with him in Exeter one time, and he was basically like explaining everything, talking me through everything, and it was nice. I liked it. I am decent at this game, but I am not quite at this level as these guys. Neither team is mine. I am just a watcher, the same as you guys. Yeah, unfortunately, Wisconsin has no Candlepin lanes. You have to come up here to northern New England. So Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, if you want to come up to this area. Whoa, look at that, hanging lights there from Alan. That was neat. If you want to try Candlepin, you have to come up here or to Eastern Canada. It is not a lucrative sport, no. You cannot make a living being a pro bowler. Every single guy here works a regular job. It's a hobby more than anything else. There's just not enough money to go around for everybody. But most of the pro bowlers, like literally, like every weekend they're doing something. There's some sort of tournament going on. Inexpensive hobby for sure, Korey. Yeah, you're not making money most of the time, which is why I'm behind the camera. I feel like I'm more able to make money back here than out there. That is one of the best things, Matt, about Candlepin. You know, the really young bowlers can still do it easily. The older bowlers, there's so many elderly leagues that happen like in the mornings, and I've seen 90-year-old ladies, 100-year-old ladies throwing the ball, and you just don't see them doing that in 10-pin. The ball's just way too heavy. Absolutely, Donald. Absolutely. Candlepin bowling is the best kind of bowling there is. $30,000 likes already, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are doing fantastic tonight. I super appreciate it. The ball can weigh, yeah, there's different weights. Anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Not a big difference. But when you're holding a 2 pound 4 ounce ball compared to a 2.7, there's a huge difference. Oh, what a ball from Mark Ricci. Yep, that is the goal of this place. It is to look vintage, to have that 1960s feel. Yeah, I like duckpin, but I think Candlepin is still definitely better. There's only 8 lanes in this house, and right now, the only 2 that are going are these 2. So almost every Friday night I'll be here recording the Pro Bowlers. Sunday I have a league in the evening. Sunday morning I do a tournament here. And then Tuesday nights I do my regular league. 800 viewers is fantastic. I think we were up to 1,200 at one point, Disney. It's been a great night. There's been some good bowling going on, so.
My buddy the Prez, he's on.
Yeah, 310 would definitely be illegal. Yeah, who's your daddy? If you have never been up here in northern New England, you would have never have seen this. It is a very, very regional. So our ball returns are on the outside of the lanes here. So when they switch lanes, they have to grab their balls and move side to side. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. So I've been told. Great ball. It's a very different sound. There are tables back here, Jay, where there's plenty of that. There's actually a private club right behind us, and that private club has very, very inexpensive drinks. So the reason you want to switch lanes is that one team can't say that lane 4 is better than lane 3. Both teams will have the same amount of time on both lanes. Well, I mean, there very well could be, Jay. I would never promote that on my channel. Yes, this is game 2. It's very fast-paced. If you like bowling and you like a fast-paced action, Candlepin is the way to go. No waiting for your ball to come back, no waiting for the lane to reset. You just grab your next ball and go, go, go. Yeah, this is nearing the end of game 2. This is their final 2 frames for each bowler. So my regular league, we do 5 frames at a time because we have 3 bowlers. With 5 bowlers on these teams, they do 2 frames at a time. Yeah, Jonathan Beaudreau is a great bowler on the left-hand side there. Yeah, so this bowling alley, Riverwalk Lanes, is in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, so that's basically why. You just want to make sure you switch back and forth. One team can't say that one has an advantage in any way. How many pins in Candlepin? 10. And it's set up in the same configuration as 10 pin. Oh, big 20 is great. Yeah, it all depends on the league, basically, if you do 2 at a time or 5 at a time. I prefer 5 at a time. Amesbury, greatest town in the world. I don't have a strong Mass accent. I grew up outside of Las Vegas for a little while, and I kind of moved around a lot. So I try to have no accent. But if you ever listen to Mark, the owner here at Riverwalk, he has the most Massachusetts accent you've ever heard. The Boston accent you've ever heard. The home of Rob Ficara? Nice. Exeter Lanes is fantastic. 3 tries, yes. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. No bonus balls out of the next frame. No, only 2 lanes are being used, but all 8 work.
Well, the 30-pack's only $19.99.
Real Trill, I didn't see your question, so if you want to ask it again. No, it's not duckpin, it is Candlepin. It is Candlepin bowling, Christopher. The best kind of bowling there is. What are they throwing? They're throwing Candlepin bowling balls. This is Candlepin. Yeah, if you bowl in Mohegan, you should definitely get around and try the different places. I never have problems with my shoulders. My knees usually are the things with issues. And my elbow. My elbow hurts a lot, but... Yeah, it's about there. I would say it's about a half hour. Maybe 35 minutes from Amesbury. I'll be going to Salem tomorrow, actually. Can I show a ball? I can't right now because I'm in the middle of the match. But I've definitely shown balls on here before, and I could show it like after. You have to put backspin on the ball. No, there's basically no spin. Like there is spin, obviously, but we don't really count the rev rates or anything like that right now. Yeah, going from Connecticut, it's tough. Who's keeping score? Both teams have scorekeepers keeping score. Welcome from Costa Rica. Yes, we are definitely taking the train in from Newburyport. That's Candlepin, not Candlestick, but looks much harder than standard bowling. What is considered a good game? So if you're in a regular league, if you're a league bowler, 100 is a good game. If you can average 100, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your league. If you can bowl a 115 to 120, you'll be able to bowl with these guys. And if you can average about a 135, you'll be the best in the game. If you use the deadwood to make your spares, it just counts. Anything you use is fine. I wasn't going to, Kathy, but my friend isn't coming until 11 p.m., so I had all night tonight to be able to do this. No oil on the lanes. Nope. There you go. Nice 10. There's a protective coating that's put on it about once a year, but that's about all. No, believe it or not, this is real bowling. It is not on the Wii. Best tonight. I think Mark Ricci's been the best tonight. Lee, what's up, bud? 300 has never been thrown in Candlepin. It's similar to duckpin bowling, where you get 3 throws apiece. Great ball. But the pins look nothing like duck pins, and the ball's a little bit smaller than a duck pin ball. Ryan throws a big hard ball for sure. Oh, very nicely. That sounds very good. Highest game ever thrown is at 245. It's actually happened twice. Ralph Sem was the first one to do it, and Chris Sargent was the most recent. This is the end of game 2 right now. So we got one more game after this. I could have used you guys earlier. We had a whole bunch of trolls in here at one point. I had to mute them myself. The ball is much heavier than a ski ball. Much heavier than a ski ball. Who doesn't remember Don Gillis? We grew up on Don Gillis' voice around here. Exeter won game 1. Oh, great 9-pin drop. Oh, I 100% get it. Yeah, I think everybody should be able to try it at least once. And then even if you still like 10-pin better, that's fine. Just give it a try. You never know. I see the word candlelit all the time, Coin Hunter. It is normal for me to see that word. So this alley is called Riverwalk Lanes, and it is in Amesbury, Massachusetts. The home of Mark Ricci. Oh, nice shot there. So the The black shirts are Team Riverwalk, and the purple shirts are Team Exeter Lanes. Yeah, that is Korey Packard. He throws a great ball. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me if you've never seen this before. It is a very regional sport. It is pretty much only found here in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. Who do you think you are? I am. Next time I throw a double strike, I'm told I have to say that. It's not mini bowling. It is Candlepin bowling. Yes. But if you think the third ball is a spare, it is not. It is just a 10. But yes, strikes and spares are the exact same as 10-pin. Yep, there's one place in New York you can try this. Thank you guys for all the new follows, too. I appreciate that. Oh, great ball from Mark. Can't believe that didn't go. You can curve the ball, but it is generally not considered the best way to do it. Incredible shot from Chris Beaudreau. Because you want to have speed on your ball, so generally if you throw a big curve, you're going to take speed off the ball, and it's not going to help. Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely see more of that than you do in like 10-pin, because sometimes there's a lot of wood on the lane, and you can make it using the wood with the 7-10 split. Almost 50 shares so far. You guys are great. I appreciate everything you guys have done with all the likes, all the shares. We manually cycle it. There's a button that you press after you're all done throwing your 3 balls. It's a very simple machine in the back, and having just a button to press makes it so much easier than automatically doing it. A great average, basically anything over 120 is a great average. The best bowler that I know of today is, in my opinion, Josh Daly. Young kid, he's like 24 years old, and has about a 135 average. Just an incredible bowler. It is very hard to get a strike. Best way to get a strike is to hit the pocket and hit it with a hard straight ball and do the best you can. Like, there's 12 inches in between each pin. So between the 1 pin and the 2 pin, it's 12 inches of space. Highest score I've ever seen. Highest score I've ever recorded was Rob Brown's 176. Highest score I've ever seen, I saw a single 200. Steve Walker threw a 204.
I didn't.
You did not throw a 204.
No.
No, I would like you to tonight.
I'm trying.
Well, try a little harder. Okay?
Did I tell you what Paul Green said to me?
I don't know. Hold on.
No, we're doing the Candlepin for Cancer TV show tomorrow.
Okay.
And he says to me, he goes, is there anything we should add to your bio? Just get around. I go, yeah, I'm the most handsome guy in Candlepin in the whole life. So he sent me a picture. He goes, I wrote that for your bio sheet.
Nice.
So he was like, I'm going to announce you as the most handsome bowler in Candlepin. So like, you definitely should do that. Against Justin Lyoness.
I love it.
And I got a bowl JT for his match.
I saw that. That's going to be good.
It's going to be fun. Like, it's a whole different like way we're bowling. Like the 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball, the 3, 6, 9, the 9 pin is so different. And like when we're bowling, it's like, okay, like at least it's not like, at least you're not like the same old bowling. You know, like bowling like this today and having to bowl the same way tomorrow will kind of be like, all right, whatever. But going down there tomorrow, I mean, you're really not throwing 5 strings, you're really only throwing 3.5 per game. Because
Right.
1 ball is only like 3.5 boxes.
Yep.
Should be fun. Just miss, kid, just miss.
What's going on, Patrick? You're trying this one day? Yeah, you gotta try it. At least one time, try it in your life.
Hey, don't worry about it, kid. Shake that off. Next box. Hey, take it off next one.
It was 548 to 590 with Exeter.
Next round or what?
With Exeter winning by 42 pins.
His turn again?
Oh boy. So Exeter took game 1 and game 2 so far. Alright, I'll see if Jeff Buggea can throw a strike for you. Wait for it.
I might try, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Oh, Ryan Southall's guaranteeing a strike. I like it.
Don't say that. I said I would try. I never guarantee anything.
Or maybe he said he'll try, but
Miller light, Johnny. Oh, all right. When you do.
talking about this game being a blast, yeah, it is. I mean, that's what we need, Mark. If you're rooting for the home team, you're definitely going to want them to start throwing some marks right now. Yes, this place is very old school, and that is what they are going for. T-Money, what's going on, buddy? Eric Pelletier, nice 9-pin drop. Oh, just missed a little to the left there. I thought, though, if you were going to miss, that a little to the left would have been okay, but Buggea in the gutter, taking out that pin. With his hook, that seemed like a hard pin to hit. It is not easy at all. I hear that all the time. If these guys are pros, why are they missing? I'm like, you have no idea. You got no clue.
Our ball isn't like 13, 14 inches wide.
Yep.
Still 12 inches apart.
Kelly. Good to see you, Kelly. What's going on, Florida hockey? Man. No strike from Ryan Southall, but he did hit the headbin. Basically just a lot of practice. Like just literally, like, especially to get to this level, you almost have to do 2 or 3 leagues a week. Yeah, you definitely need side pin action. Yeah, doesn't surprise me at all, Benjamin. It is a very regional form of bowling. Pretty much only found here in northern New England, in Atlantic Canada. Most of these guys have been playing their whole life. Especially like the younger people. They've gone through kids leagues, and Ryan, so close to a strike, and they've just been bowling ever since. You know, it is very, very hard. Yes, it is only found in the Northeast. Outside of northern New England, the only place you're going to find this, there's one in New York and one in Ohio, and that's it in the entire United States. Yeah, there used to be more down in Rhode Island and Connecticut, but there's none down there anymore.
Just to let you guys know, I was aiming for the hole on that. I completely just maybe got lucky.
So are they good 10-pin bowlers? I'm going to guess most of these people don't go 10-pin bowling very often. Yeah, there's definitely kids leagues. I coached the one in Academy Lanes in Haverhill for a couple of years. My son grew out of the system, so I'm not down there anymore. But where is this? This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And the place in Ohio, the Wyoming Civic Center has, in Cincinnati, has Candlepin. But the problem with that is it is a private place. So in order to do it, it's like for wedding parties and corporate outings and stuff like that. They have like 4 lanes of Candlepin that you could try it. How is this different than 10-pin bowling? Not normal bowling. You mean 10-pin bowling. There's a lot of differences, but it's a lot of the same also. So basically, there's no oil on the lanes, a smaller ball, smaller pins. 3 throws instead of 2, we leave the wood on the lanes. Those are the big differences between the two. Nothing down in Virginia anymore, I'm sorry, buddy. Good old Chelsea. Can't go wrong with Chelsea. Oh, really? The NCL has Candlepin, not Candlestick. Candlepin. Interesting. It is definitely not 10-pin bowling, but it is definitely normal bowling around here. Yes, all the lanes can have bumpers. How is this different than duck pin? Obviously, the pin size and ball size again, and they clean the wood out in between, and we leave the dead wood on the lanes to make our spares and our tens. It is candle pin, not candlestick bowling. Candle pin bowling, and I definitely prefer candle pin bowling. Is the best kind of bowling there is. Yep, I've always grown up with candle pin bowling. It is the normal bowling for me. 10-pin bowling was the weird one, and it was big ball bowling. That's what I called it as a kid. There's 10. Set up in the same configuration as 10-pin. So if you spare in your second ball, one ball out of your next frame is added to your score, just like in 10-pin. Yep. Gaps between the pins is 12 inches, same exact as 10-pin. Yep, yeah, you can put the bumpers up for kids. Or adults who don't want to throw gutter balls. Because plenty of adults throw gutter balls. This game is really, really hard, so. Beaudreau is on the right, Mark Ricci is on the left. Underhand college pitchers, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I bet they would. Absolutely pushing. If you enjoy this, give me a follow because I go live a lot, and maybe you'll be able to watch me bowl sometime. Straight and fast is generally the way to throw it, Brian. Yep. There's no oil on the lane, so you're not going to get that big hook. And generally just a hard straight ball is the best way to throw a candlepin ball. It is a lot of fun. A very fast-paced kind of bowling. Favorite candlepin lanes? I mean, Riverwalk lanes, right? I love Riverwalk lanes and Academy lanes are my two favorites. Push in, number 2 gifter badge. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all, Quantum Effect, if you've never seen this before. It is highly regional. Uh-oh, what just happened? The chat disappeared. Okay, let's see. My chat disappeared. I can't see if you guys are saying anything. Why did my chat disappear? I've never had that happen before. Like, I can still see the likes coming up. I can still see the shares coming up. But anything you guys are saying right now, I can't see. That is very strange. And I don't like that, because I like being able to talk to you guys. Come on, pop up. Let's go. I don't know what to tell you guys right now. Hi, JJ Tourigney. I'm just going to go do my normal talks of Ellen with a nice corgi. I can see that. I can see the corgi. I can see the likes. But any words are all just gone now. I'll just do my normal commentating. Hopefully you guys like that just as much. JJ Tourigney with a 9 so far.
Nice bed, bud.
Beaudreau trying to work at that. JJ missing wide, right? Jonathan Beaudreau hitting the 3. Taking out 2 of the 3. Leaving the 7-10 for an 8 fill. $8 bucks. JJ Tourigney. Great first ball right in the pocket. Getting a nice 9-pin drop. Beaudreau hitting the pocket as well. Not getting a whole lot of luck there. Left with a 2 and a 1 with a piece of wood in between, so very makeable shot. And just a single pin for JJ, so. Oh, did not miss that by much. Beaudreau went a little to the left there as well. And he makes it that time. So much easier on the 3rd ball. Hey, Jeff Buggea up on the right, Eric Pelletier on the left. Jeff Buggea, half Worcester to the right. Not the way you want to start. Pretty much the same ball from Eric, but got a lot more pins. Buggea just taking out the 1 pin. Impressive, huh? Now, nice spare from Eric Pelletier. Good spare right there. Buggea. Wow, getting a $7. Eric Pelletier working on a spare. Oh, nice 9-pin drop from Buggea. Eric on the spare gets a 6, leaving a diamond on the left. Jeff Buggea. A bucket?
Yeah, they call it a bucket.
Why?
Because it's also a square.
Buggea, where you hit that, buddy?
Okay.
3, 5, 6, and 9, or 2, 5. No, yeah, 3, 5, 6, 9, or 2, 4, 5, 8.
Diamonds are prettier than buckets.
I completely agree. That's yet another reason why Candlepin bowling is better.
Exactly. Exactly. One of the many reasons why Candlepin bowling is better. Never heard that called a bucket before, but yeah, no, we call it a diamond. You leave 4 on either side. Oh, great ball from Dan. Whoa, what a shot from Ryan Southall. Spare and another spare. Much more impressed with Ryan's spare that time. Again, I apologize if you guys are asking any questions. I can't see the chat. Strike for Ryan Southall. It disappeared for me for whatever reason. And I would just shut it off and turn it back on, but we're halfway through game 3 at this point. Oh, nice try. That one hit the pin in the gutter, so that one's going to be no good. There's that strike that he guaranteed, by the way. It's nice to
try maybe.
nice to see you follow through with your guarantees. John Starner is up on the right, Korey Packard on the left. Riverwalk is putting up a bunch of marks right now. Starner off the head pin.
Come on. All right.
Korey Packard on the left. Great shot. Oh, leaving a huge split there. But there's a couple pieces of wood there. You never know. He's turning around, asking his teammates how to hit the shot. He's asking his team, should he hit the 4-pin? Does he play the wood? Oh, chat's back. The chat is back. What happened? Yes. There it is. Chat's back. Oh, what a shot. I didn't do anything to the comments. Yeah, it wasn't me. Who shut the comments off? Lee.
He saw a nail stick.
Lee. Okay. How do you,
Come on, Johnny. Headpin takes a bunch here, buddy. Come on.
how do you do that? Like, just so I know for next time. So this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. That is good to know that only a mod can do it. Okay, I
Told you to take a bunch. I didn't say.
got my eye.
Or which one.
Oh, okay.
It only gets better, bud.
Yes, yeah. Muting a troll. I get it. What's the record for one string of Candlepin? 245. That's okay, Lee. It is good to know that if that happens again, what the issue is. So 245 is the most that's ever happened. 300 is the most you could happen, but it hasn't happened yet. You are supposed to knock them all down with one throw. That is correct, but it is very, very hard to do. A 118 average in Candlepin is very, very good. Yes. They generally throw the ball, the men, between 30 and 35 miles an hour. Women throw it a little bit softer than that. Oh, don't worry about it, Lee. No problem at all. Next time he comes up here, he can buy me a lemonade for it. I want to see another 200. I've only seen a 200 once in my entire life, and it was incredible. There is a pin setter in the back. So yeah, there's an automatic pin setter in the back. Someone asked a question earlier that I didn't answer. What type of bowling is this? Well, Candlepin bowling, but if you asked a question I didn't answer, just ask it again. Yes, I appreciate the mods that I have so much. They do such a good job.
On film.
Where is this place? This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, every time I hear of a 200, it's like I'm in shock, you know? Yeah, this is a very small bowling alley. There's only 8 lanes. And just a quiet night tonight. I mean, we just had one. Ryan threw a good one. Yeah, so the city is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. The smallest city in Massachusetts. Well, there's no Candlepin. Oh, nice try. No Candlepin houses in Connecticut. I still don't think I could. I still don't think I could even with a 10-pin ball. This place has been around since the 1930s. Yep. Actually, I shouldn't say yes. I assume they're the same wood. I don't know what kind of wood it is, though. He's apologized for it, and I think he's redeemed himself. Mr. Mark Weber. This is Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Well, it's Candlepin, not Candlestick. Candlepin. And these are only Candlepin lanes. The machine in the back is a completely different machine than a 10-pin machine. Yeah, all these guys travel around in different bowling alleys. Not just in Mass. These Exeter is from New Hampshire. Supposedly, Candlepin was around in the 1880s, and 10-pin didn't come around until the 1890s. Yeah, I like Metro Bowl. Metro Bowl is a fun place. I like it. Because it's so regional. Candlepin bowling is pretty much only found here in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. So if you've never been up to this area, you might not have ever seen it before. 10-pin, same configuration as 10-pin bowling. Update on scores. Exeter is up by 24 pins right now. No, there's an automatic pin setter back there.
It's still in there.
Great ball from Jonathan Beaudreau. Yeah, I highly recommend coming up here to northern New England and giving it a try. So there are 12 teams in this league, and they're all bowling in different houses right now. So it is a bowling alley based league. So like Riverwalk Lanes sponsors the Riverwalk Lanes team. Exeter Bowling Lanes sponsors the Exeter team. It feels like he never does. It really feels that way. But then if you ask him, he'll tell you he's bowling terrible tonight. And he's always on. The guy doesn't miss. Yeah, so depending, like, there's a bunch of different bowling alleys in the area. They all sponsor a team. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't see that happening anytime soon, especially in a casino where you get a lot of people that aren't from around here, and if they've never tried it before, they'll probably want to go do the stuff they're more familiar with. That would be my guess, especially if you're going there to mostly just casually bowl. You're not going to want to go try something brand new. This is the regular bowling around here. 10-pin bowling, the big ball bowling. It's just not the normal style of bowling in this area. Tonight, it is just interacting with the live, talking to you guys. Every other time I stream, I bowl also. But Friday nights, I'm not quite good enough to be on these teams, so I'm just down here recording. I have Friday nights free. I could spend the night with my wife, or I could come out here and hang out with these guys, and it's just, you know, so much better to be here. I get yelled at slightly less by being here, so.
She knows who you are, obviously.
That's true. She knows I'm not out doing anything bad. Yep. You didn't play this in Indianapolis. KC. We were up at like 1,200 for a lot of the thing today. What's up? 35,000. I'm kind of disappointed because we were at 30 for a while. She watched a little while earlier, but not typically. She's off doing other things. It was pinball bowling. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I have definitely been live. TikTok sometimes just doesn't show my lives, that's all. every single Tuesday night, every single Friday night, and currently Sunday mornings and Sunday evenings. So this is a pro league, yes. Lowest average in the league. Last year, I think the lowest average was... no, it wasn't you, Jeff. I would say somewhere around 100. There were some injuries where people did a little bit worse because of their injuries. But they had to maintain bowling. But there were definitely some bad... some bowlers that probably shouldn't have been in the pro league that were in the pro league last year. But that's going to happen. You're trying new people out every year. Some people leave a team for whatever reason. They get a new job or they, move away. So you try new people, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about right now. I don't know what the Bottle Works district is. So the reason I'm so into Candlepin bowling now, like I bowled in a league since I was probably like 23, 24. But I'm so much into it now because my son is really, really into it. Once he started doing the kids leagues, he fell in love with Candlepin bowling. And because of that, I started doing it more and more to stay ahead of him. And I recorded a few things, and I really enjoyed doing this side of it. So, but yeah, my son Max is the big reason why I'm a large part of this community now. How do I get into pro league? So, the only way to really get into this pro league is to get yourself known by the captains, and then be recruited onto one of the teams. That is the best way to do it. It's all in who you know. And so there's a lot of great bowlers out there that people just don't know about. So
That's almost double what can fit in a guy.
yeah,
Jesus.
no, I think we've had almost 50,000 people watching.
Fucking beer, Harry.
Knocked out in the Pro Series. He goes, hey, do you want to play ball? And I had my shoes changed, so I went like this.
Oh, that's not good.
I went like this.
Yeah, you're usually pretty easy to tell when you're bowling well or not.
Correct. I wear that shoe on my sleeve.
All of you! Get those three. Come on, let's go.
So, what was going on? What did I miss? Who decides who is a pro and who is not? Basically, it is you have to be recruited by the captains of the team. So, you want to have a solid average. You want to enter tournaments so they see you and so they know you. And that's basically how you do it. Yeah, wait, Mr. Lee, we actually get to use the fallen pins to make our spares and our tens. Most of the time it's a help, but a lot of the times too that wood gets in the way and hinders your shot.
Next week.
But there's no way to clear the wood. You have to use it or go around it. Yeah, this place is very vintage, I love Riverwalk Lanes. It's a great place to come down and bowl. If you are ever in the area, you should definitely stop by. Yeah, there's been a few times tonight when the wood has been, oh, what a strike, in just the wrong spots. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. My hometown and the greatest town out there. Ricci finding the hole again. Oof. So the pro actually more means it's a scratch event. So there's no handicap at all. That's more what it means. Same time traveler. It is one of the things that bothers me the most when people do that. I do not enjoy it. I don't like when they kick it, when they hit it. Not my thing. You'll never see me do that, that's for sure. But also, if you own the house, you can do what you want. It is. He owns this place. Yeah. The one person that you're not really going to say that to. Just the 7-pin. Oh. Mark is easy to get along with. He's a good guy. No. See, the people that do that, you gotta just be like, no, don't do that. Technically, it's against the rules. Technically, if you do that, you're supposed to get a 0 for the box. But it's almost never ever called. But it really should be. Okay, 345 to 360 right now. Exeter looks like they have a 15-pin lead. Yeah, don't do it, J-Hugs. It is generally when you're upset and you do that, and just never ever do that. So the ball returns are on the outside of the lanes here at Riverwalk, and so when they're switching lanes, they have to go back and forth and move the balls. So Riverwalk lanes was on lane 3 before, now they're on lane 4. Technically, it's not the game. It's only the one frame you're supposed to get the 0 for, but it's never called, Alan. It really isn't. So we buy them in sets of 4, and a set of 4 balls will generally run you anywhere from $200 to $400, depending on what it's made of, the weight of it, and everything else. I can't read German. I'm sorry, Jack. Oh, nice try from JJ. I mean, I see the word LeBron, but I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Beaudreau. See, that's a thing right there. We talked about that earlier, where sometimes the wood is a hindrance. He threw a perfect ball right at the pin, and that piece of wood stopped it. What ball company makes the ball? Epco, Paramount, are the 2 big ones. How does this affect LeBron's legacy? I don't think this affects LeBron at all. I'll be your friend. Unless you're mean, but you don't seem mean so far. Quantum with the heart me, thank you. Joining the team, Quantum, I appreciate that. Oh, nice try, nice try. TikTok does want people to send the heart me's to be part of the team, as some of the challenges they have. So I always appreciate that. Generally just their average. My average is a 105. The average 115 to 120, you know? So, can I compete with these guys in one game? Yeah. But as a general thing, you know, they're going to beat me most of the time. Lee with a high bear. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's clearly no oil on the lanes where you can run down there. There is a protective coating they put down once every year or so, but that's about it.
Yeah. Give it a ride, homeboy. Give it a ride.
Yes, yep, you can definitely run right down the lanes, no problem here.
Yeah, there's no oil.
No. Bacon grease every other Monday we put down just to make sure everything's good.
Oh! A shot, baby!
They're trying to, Mark. But this is really not a strike game. This is much more of a spare game or even a 10 game than that. Lee. I'm hearting you, Lee. There's not the same advantages like there is in 10 pin where the oil isn't as beat up on the left-hand side. No. It's so quiet here. But, you know, if a lane is worn down a little bit, the lefty might have a slightly better chance, you know, if there's a groove in the thing, but that's not really a thing. I'm not afraid to tell you guys that I love you all, you know. I have the best fans on all of TikTok. Oh, what a strike! What a strike from Southall. I have the best fans on all of TikTok, I really do. And I'm lucky to have you guys. All right, we got the 13710 up there. Oh, just takes out the one. Yes, 60-foot lane, same exact as a 10-pin lane. I mean, that is, what a shot. Incredible shot, honestly, right there.
On the bottom, on the bottom.
Like, it's possible, Mark. It's just, it's much harder. That's it? Only a year ago? Interesting. I feel like I've known you so much longer, Lee. Yeah, the ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. But generally these guys are going to use either 2 6s or 2 7s. There's a nice spare. Oh, no, I'm lucky to be the ambassador, honestly. Like, I always feel privileged in order to, like when Mark Ricci let me come down here and record, I was very thankful for it. No, I have a replay. It's just a week from now whenever I actually get to edit all this stuff. There is open bowling here, yes. If you wanted to come down here and bowl right now, there's a few lanes you could use. If the ball weighs more than 2 pounds 7 ounces, that would be an illegal ball, and you could probably do it in like an open bowling, but in a tournament, they actually weigh your ball before the tournament. They weigh it, they make sure it's the right size. There you go, nice strike. There's a strike.
Illegal substitution.
Guy in my local lane, there's a kid used to bowl with his palm facing backward. I've never seen anybody do that. That doesn't mean I haven't, people don't do it. Everybody has a different style, but I can't imagine someone throwing a ball like that. Scoring is almost the exact same as 10-pin. First ball is still a strike. If you get 12 of them, it is still a 300, same exact as 10-pin. Second ball is still a spare, same as 10-pin. One more ball from your next frame goes into it. If you get them all down your third ball, it is just total pinfall, so just a 10. These guys are actually really, really good, Brady. It might not look like it, but this game is really, really hard. Nope, the ball can go at any speed as long as it hits the pins. They throw a lot harder than 10-pin bowlers, for sure. Generally, these guys are going to throw between 30 and 35 miles an hour. Instead of the ball mixing, generally we want the pins to mix. And so that comes from a greater ball speed. I don't think that's quite true, Brady. I appreciate your thoughts, but a 222 your first time, did not happen. Guaranteed. Candlepin is a New England and Atlantic Canada thing, yes. Not yet, Lee. One more time, and then you can. Maybe for the series, yeah. If you threw 3 games, I can see that. Ah, that's fantastic. More Candlepin lanes if we can. I enjoy duckpin, but Candlepin is definitely the best. House record.
Riverwalk's house record is 194. The actual house record is 224.
There you go. I don't know if you heard him, but 194. This Riverwalk in Lafayette before had a 224. Keith Beaupre with the 194 here.
I witnessed it. I was working. He
Wow.
threw 4 strikes in a row to start the game.
Oh, that'll do it.
And then he had a 2-pinner he had a 2-pinner with a plank in the middle, and he hit this pin here, and then the plank went around it. He missed it in the 10 box. He would have had a 194 plus a ball in the 10th that he
Wow.
missed. He hit it, just didn't go.
Yeah.
So he would have had a 194 plus a ball in the 10th. Disgusting.
Yeah, no oil on the lanes. That is true. I think everybody who bowls Candlepin loves it and hates it. You don't throw a hook shot in Candlepin, generally. You might have a little bit of a hook, but generally you want to throw a nice hard straight ball. Completed boxes, 345 to 360, but they'll update it after these 2 bowlers do their thing.
She said yes.
Yes, a lot of women bowl this. If you watch my Sunday stuff, we have 2 bowlers on my Sunday night team now, and bowlers bowl in the Sunday morning tournament. Women bowlers, a lot. Right-handed bowlers are generally trying to hit the 1-3 pocket. Definitely more men do this than women, but there are plenty of great women out there. Yeah, we got 3 games tonight. Whoa. Great question. I don't know anybody that does horseshoes here. I know a couple people on the Riverwalk team are really good cornhole players, but I don't know about horseshoes. Probably, though. If you can do this really well, you're going to be able to play horseshoes really well. Okay. 4 pins or 16? 4-pin difference right now. Exeter with a 4-pin lead going into this. Very, very close, tight match right now. Beaudreau, great ball. There it is. This will be an incredible shot if JJ can make it. Nope, not quite there today.
Throw that ball.
Gotta love the tight matches. The streamers. I've got no action on this, so I just want to be close. Beaudreau with a beautiful strike. Exeter is winning. Oh! A matching strike. Between 30 and 35 miles an hour would be my guess. I usually throw it, last time I was on a speedometer thing, about 33 miles an hour, so they're around the same as me. Okay, I get it. JJ. Off the headpin, but they're still falling for him. Oh, thank you, Fox. I appreciate it. If this is something you like, make sure you follow me. Oh, what a spare to finish. I do go live a lot. If you want to see me bowl, you're going to have to wait till next Tuesday. But great job from JJ and Jonathan Beaudreau right there. Beaudreau finishes with a 135. Great job. This is significantly harder than 10-pin bowling, yes. Not regular bowling, 10-pin bowling. In this area, Candlepin bowling is the regular bowling. It's the normal bowling. Scoring is similar. First ball is still the same. Strike, second ball is still the same. If you get them all down, it's a spare. Same exact. Third ball is the only difference. And third ball in Candlepin is just total pinfall. So if you knock them all down your third ball, it's just a 10. Nothing extra. Thank you guys for all the shares tonight, by the way. 109 shares is the most shares I've had in a long, long time. So I really appreciate that. Past few times we've only been hitting like 10 shares. So seeing 100-something is incredible. Absolutely. The more questions you guys have, the more stuff I have to talk about. So I appreciate, and then also the more questions you guys ask, the more TikTok says there's more engagement, and that helps me a lot. So I appreciate the questions. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? That's what I want to know. It is very common in this area. It is the normal style of bowling around here. But outside of this area, it is non-existent. It is pretty much only found here in northern New England. It counts the exact same. You get two balls from your next frame. Yes, the leading one counts. That is a downed pin. Yep, doesn't surprise me if you've never seen this kind of bowling. It is very regional. No, the pins are significantly lighter in Candlepin. So your average 10-pin pin weighs like 3 pounds. I think it's 3 pounds, 12 ounces. And a Candlepin one weighs 2 pounds, 8 ounces. 2.5 pounds. The balls can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds, 4 ounces to 2 pounds, 7 ounces. Generally, the pros are going to have either 2 6s or 2 7s. The 2 pounds, 4 ounce balls are generally like the glow bowling balls that are made with a separate material. Mark Ricci's down there fixing lane 3. No one has ever bowled a 300. 245 is the most that's ever happened in this game, and it's actually happened twice. It is significantly harder than 10-pin bowling, yes. The best bowler in the game currently only has about a 135 average. So this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. My hometown and the best little town in Massachusetts. I would never condone drinking alcohol conkers while bowling.
Pitch, baby, what a pitch!
I keep a clean stream here. How many lemonades would I drink? I think 2 to 3 lemonades is the correct number of lemonades. No oil on the lanes. Nope. Candlepin lanes do not use oil. No, because there's no oil on the lanes, you don't want to curve the ball. Curving the ball takes speed off your ball, and generally in Candlepin, you want to have a faster ball. Oh, thank you, Adam. I mean, I don't like the way you worded that, but I mean, I'll accept that you called it cute. Unfortunately, Johnny, we got to get some people to make new automatic pin setters. If we can get some automatic pin setters made, then we can start expanding the game again. The companies that used to make them don't make them anymore. If a pin is half in the gutter, if you hit the half that is out of the gutter, it is a fair ball. If you hit the half that is in the gutter, it is a foul ball. It's not the first strike of the night, but... Oh, Shirley Temple while Candlepin bowling. That sounds like chef kiss right there. Yes, duck pin is easier. The duck pin ball is a bigger ball than a Candlepin ball. And the pins are a little bit wider, so it's a little easier to knock them down. Okay, I am bad. I'm not even bowling, but okay. Thank you. Solid opinion right there. It is not automatic scoring. Great finish right there. This is still pencil and paper in this place. It is not possible to... so a Candlepin machine is actually really simple. And if you follow this girl on here called Autumn Mowry, she does a lot of... she owns a bowling alley up in Maine and does a lot of the background stuff. So you can see a lot of the pin setters and all that stuff. Highly recommend going and following her. And just if you want to see how the machines work. I don't get that access. I'm not a guy who works at a place. It was a 4-pin difference going into it. 20-pin difference right now in favor of Exeter. So you're saying it's all your fault. Okay, it's all Ryan Southall's fault. I don't think that's quite true. You weren't going to get 20 on that. I don't think you were going to get 20 on that spare. If you want to wait till after this is over, I will pan the room. I'll show you the entire place. Yes, if you come up here to New England Fox, you have to try it. We're almost done. We're in the final 2 frames for each bowler. So if you just stick around for another 10 minutes, I'll show you the whole place. The place is great. I can even show you the difference between the 10 pins, duck pins, candle pins. They got everything. My high game is a 164. Did it a couple years ago. I would really like to beat that again soon. This is game 3 of 3. No finger holes. Nope. John Starner with a great first ball there. No luck at all. Korey Packard just got the 4 on the right-hand side. Yes, definitely do. Be upset that he hasn't taken you Candlepin bowling yet. They get to throw 3 times per frame. First ball is still a strike. Second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. Honestly, Kelly, like I've never had an issue with my shoulder. I've had knee issues and elbow issues from bowling, but that's about it. I've never had any shoulder issues. Some people have, but the way I throw it, I don't. Yeah, if she lives in this area, have her give it a try. It's a lot of fun. Most male bowlers throw it about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Some have thrown it upwards of 45 to 50 miles an hour. Those are few and far between, though. Yes, in this area, Candlepin bowling is the most popular form of bowling. I know that's not normal, like 10-pin bowling is the most popular across the whole country, but regionally, this is it. This is called Candlepin bowling, Nathan. It is the best kind of bowling there is. This is bowling with Candlepin balls. Oh, nice shot from Chris. Oh, so close from Mark.
That's when you know right there. I don't go ball left.
Yeah, that's awesome. More people doing it, the better. It's the only way we're going to get places to stop closing is by just getting out there and bowling more. So unfortunately, it is pencil and paper. I can tell you that Exeter is winning by enough. It is by 19 pins at least now. So, what is duck pin? Duck pin is kind of a hybrid between 10 pin and Candlepin, where the pins kind of look like 10 pins but much shorter, and the ball is just slightly bigger than a Candlepin ball. There's a few. There's a little bit of a crossover, but it's more slow pitch softball players than anything else. Just, you know, the guys, the beer leagues of softball players. Let me unplug this for a second. Hopefully that didn't mess up my sound. Mark Ricci's going to throw this last ball, and then I'll show you guys the whole house. All right, Exeter took all 8 points tonight. All right, you guys ready? So these guys, look at them. Look at the camaraderie right there. All right, so that's the lockers right over there. The jukebox. Some records are held over there. There you go. Riverwalk lanes. That's it. It's only 8 lanes. If you look right over here, you see different versions of 10-pin pins. There's the duck pins right next to it. All the different kinds of candle pins right there. There's a Boston pin. And you can zoom back out. Bowling. And there is Alyssa. See? And that's the front desk over there. But that is Riverwalk Lanes. It is a fantastic place. If you're ever in this area, give it a try. And again, everybody, thank you so much. Yeah, they all know each other. They're all in tournaments together all the time with each other. It's a small community. So anyway, everybody, thank you all so much. If this is something you like, please give me a follow. I appreciate it. I go live all the time. Thanks for all the gifts. Thanks for all the... I don't think I got any new subscribers, but if I did, thank you. You guys are awesome. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. And we had like 50,000, 60,000 people watch tonight or something ridiculous. So I'm thrilled by that. I appreciate everything, guys. So anyway, thanks again. If you want to watch the pros, I'll be here again next Friday. So anyway, have a great night, and I'll see you on Tuesday.